Hi folks, Greeno here, and where am I today? You've not heard that in a while, have you? I am on London's Piccadilly, yes, swanking it up once again. Just a few doors down from Fortnum and Mason, not that far from the Ritz and all that. This is how the other half live, let me tell you. And I'm going somewhere a little bit special for breakfast. Now, you're going to ask yourself, have I been invited here? Maybe one day, but not quite yet. I'm at BAFTA, that's right, the British Film and Television Academy. They have a private members club here, but apparently Joe Public, me, is entitled to come here for breakfast. You can just book it online, so that's what I've done. We're going to get inside and find out what it's all about. Greeno at the BAFTAs, eh? Who'd have thought it? And so here I am at BAFTA. Came inside, you have to sort of report to the reception first. There's a guy, lets you into the lift, in that kind of place, up to the 4th floor, and there's a beautiful room just to my right. I've decided to sit outside because it's easier to film outside. As you can see behind me, it's quite a nice leafy little area. I've ordered myself a tea to start things off. You'll have a nice cup of tea with your breakfast, haven't you? I've got a breakfast menu here. It's served from 8 till 10:30. Now the guy's just come out and brought this out to me. And he basically said, it's raining out here, why are you sat out here? I mean, there's a very, very fine mist of drizzle, but I just don't want to disturb anyone in the breakfast room, and it's absolutely fine out here, to be honest with you. I'm built tough, don't worry about that. If it starts to rain properly, you might see me relocate. So they've got a bunch of different cereal and fruit options. They've got viennoiserie, basically pastries and stuff, and then a bunch of savoury options. All looks pretty good. I mean, I'm probably going to have to get the full English, aren't I? That's £23 here and doesn't mention mushrooms on it. So that's a win. That is a win. And maybe we'll get something else to go alongside that. I've got to say, it's really nice in here. It's decorated with all sorts of pictures of famous actors and whatever. And there's nice plants in there. It's a pretty grand kind of affair. And here's me, sat out in the drizzle. Oh, well. I've got to say, the waiter who served me is very, very helpful, very friendly. They'd actually taken away all the cushions from the chairs outside because they weren't going to use this area. And as you can see, just about behind me, they brought them back out for me. Hello there.
Hello, morning.
Oh, very good, thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Beautiful, thank you very much.
Okay.
Cheers. Just had my tea brought out. And look at this. Swanky looking teapot. Matching little cup. A matching little jug of milk, which is actually warm. Nice touch. What have I ordered for my breakfast? I've gone full English. I'm looking forward to that. Got a bit of a hunger on this morning. Choice of eggs available. I've gone with poached. Love it. Also gone with a chocolate chip and banana tea bread to go with that. Or after that. Sounds a bit more of a desserty kind of thing, isn't it? So maybe we're going to have a main course and a dessert for breakfast today. Another nice little touch here. Just been brought out a nice glass of water with some lemon in a very nice looking glass. And on a little BAFTA coaster thing there. Important to stay hydrated, folks. And as I sort of said thank you to the waiter bringing it over, he said, made a little joke, always good to have a gin in the morning, so please be assured it is just water. Very refreshing. Now let's move on to this tea. Like I say, I really do love this this crockery. Very nice matching set. Oh, that's the first brew of the day as well. And much needed, let me tell you. Stayed in a hotel last night where I did not sleep terribly well. So I need something to perk me up into the day. Nice cuppa, breakfast, and a little bit of pudding with that chocolate chip and banana. Bread, cake, whatever it will be. Breakfast is here, folks. And look how good this breakfast looks. It's £23, so it's not a cheap breakfast. But we've got a beautiful little sausage pinwheel here. Looks very nicely cooked, a few little char marks on there. These poached eggs look great, very, very nicely made. Beautiful piece of bacon. A tinned tomato. That does surprise me a little bit. I don't mind that though. I don't mind it. Piece of black pudding lurking under there. And this here isn't a fish cake. This is bubble and squeak. So even though we're in London's posh Piccadilly, you can still get a kind of a taste of the East End with your bubble and squeak. And over here, we got the toast on a toast rack. Brown sauce, ketchup, and butter there too. That looks as good a breakfast as I've seen in a long time. Let's give it a try. How's that? Very nice cutlery here. And of course, because we're somewhere a little bit more upmarket, linen napkins. Pop that down there. Don't want to be making a mess, do we? Right, first things first. I'm going to get a bit of this toast. Come here, come out of the toast rack, you. I like the fact they got a toast rack. Always stops the toast sweat, doesn't it? We'll remove this little bit of greenery and see if I can move one of these poached eggs without bursting it onto the toast. Here we go. And we're going to see how this cuts open. Come in and take a closer look. Apologies if you can hear a bit of construction noise going on in the background across the street. There's major building works going on. Anyway, this egg, I reckon, has got to be good. You can see a bit of seasoning on the top of it there. Not bad. Possibly the tiniest touch over, but I'm not going to grumble about that. Look at the colour of that yolk as well. That looks beautiful. Right, time to tuck in. So we're going to start with this egg. Spin that round there so I can get to it. A little bit of this sourdough toast, which is very nice and crisp. So here we go. Egg on toast. That is beautiful. Such a lovely, lovely creamy egg. The toast, beautifully crispy. And of course, because it's been in that toast rack, no toast sweat. I mean, again, look at the colour of that yolk. Really very tasty. Move on to this bacon. So it's streaky bacon. What I like is it's kind of like two bits of streaky bacon together. Again, nice colour to it. I'm trying not to jiggle the table around. That's the problem you get with these outdoor tables sometimes. They're not as sturdy as indoor ones. So it shakes the camera around a little bit. Now that is excellent. You can see here how well cooked that is. The fat is charred up beautifully. It's got a really nice meaty mouthfeel. It's not greasy in the slightest. I was chatting with Graham, my server here, and he was telling me this is from Treely Farm and was talking to me a little bit about the animal husbandry that goes on there and, you know, the way that the animals are treated. So it's good that they're sourcing their products as ethically as they can and that they also understand all of that. A little bit of brown sauce on there. Again, just elevating things to another level. That is some of the best bacon I've had. Sausage time. And again, I like the fact they've done something a little bit different with the sausage. This kind of pinwheel sausage here. Rather than just your bog standard banger. Again, we'll try it on its own first. Very tasty pork breakfast sausage that. And again, cooked very, very nicely. You have to try and find out what brown sauce that is because it's very, very tasty. Again, just elevates that sausage up another level. Two more items to try here. Go with the tomato. Now, the one thing about tinned tomatoes I find is obviously once you cut into them, they can leak out some liquid onto the plate. It's not too bad here, not too bad. Okay, this is going to sound like a stupid thing to say, but it's a very tomatoey tomato. Very, very intense flavour. Excellent. Good thick piece of black pudding too. As you can see here. Let's cut into that. Take a look in the middle. Oh, does that look good or what? I think so. You're not going to believe this. There's a blooming wasp. You shouldn't be here this time of year, mate. Dear, I thought you'd left you all behind in the summertime, but no. One is here. Rich, nice crisp to the outside. A very good quality black pudding. No great big lumps of fat in there. Just very, 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 very finely diced bits. Cracking. Time for a little slurp of tea. And we're going to move on to this, which I'm really intrigued by. This breaded bubble and squeak. Now normally when you get bubble and squeak, it's basically just the potato, the mashed vegetables and all that sort of stuff all together, and you just cook it on a sort of hot plate so you get a crust to it. Again, they've elevated it here into something a little bit special. And take a look at the inside of that. That looks incredible, doesn't it? What a mixture of veggies in there. It almost looks like the inside of a spring roll. Great crisp on those breadcrumbs. It's seasoned well. And what I like about it, it's not so heavy on the mash. So you're really getting those nice vegetable flavours in there. That's a very clever touch, that. Colour me impressed. Okay. I'm going to finish up this breakfast and then they're going to bring out the chocolate chip banana bread thing. Can't wait. Round two is here, my breakfast dessert. And look how beautiful it appears to be. This is the chocolate chip and banana bread. Lovely caramelised glazed bananas on the top of it there. What appears to be like a vanilla chantilly. I'm not sure if that's an edible flour or not. I guess so if they put it on there, but we're not going to risk it. I mean, I guess everything is edible. It just depends whether it's actually good for you. I can't wait to get stuck into this. Come on. My goodness, this is a treat, isn't it? It looks beautiful. Nice dusting of icing sugar on it as well. Another nice little touch. Graham has been around again and topped up the tea. So I'm going to end up with about 4 cups of tea. Can't go wrong. So let's try this bread by itself first, and we'll see how nice and sticky it is. Oh, I can see melted chocolate chips inside it. Can you see that on the camera there? Maybe not, because I've picked it up wrong. Come here. That is lovely. It's got a great crisp to the outside of it. The inside is lovely and moist. That's it, the ambulance is here. I don't need it just yet. We're all right. The chocolate chips are kind of helping with that moisture inside the cake or bread. And the flavour of it is great. Got a little bit of this chantilly. Perfectly sweetened. And again, you probably can't pick it up on the camera, but there's lovely little flecks of vanilla seed in there. Yep, that's good. Let's get a bit of everything now, shall we? Well, except maybe the purple flour. Get some banana. Get some cream. Oh, actually, Let's do the banana first by itself, because that has got a layer of sugar on the top of it. It's almost brulee. Just a little crisp. Really enhances the sweetness of that banana. That's a clever little touch too. This is what I like about this place, the attention to detail in everything they've done. The poaching of the eggs, great. But also the little, pinwheel of the sausage, the bubble and squeak cake. It's all just elevated up a level, isn't it? A bit of this chantilly here as well. Again, that's just going to moisten everything up. Oh, that's a big mouthful, isn't it? Engage Python mode, Greeno. If you like sweet things at breakfast, this right here is an absolute dream for you. Lovely sweet banana, enhanced by that little sugar over the top. Clearly it's just been hit with a blowtorch or something like that. Then you've got the bread with the chocolate in. That sweetened vanilla cream. I mean, wow. Just superb. Absolutely superb. So I decided to do the outro here. It's as nice as anywhere around here, to be honest with you. Out on the street, there's loads of construction going on. I'm here, sat in a tree, because I'm up on the 4th floor on a terrace. I've had some good breakfasts in London, I really have. You look at places like Polici's, you look at Cafe Paolo. Proper, down-to-earth, traditional breakfast done very well. I went to Roe, didn't I, over in Canary Wharf, which is the restaurant owned by the guys who run Fallow. Some very inventive things going on there for breakfast, and it was very good. This, I think, as a sort of elevated dining experience of a breakfast, I don't think I had better. I really don't. That full English breakfast, okay, £23, I don't think that's overpriced in the slightest, given the location, given the venue, and given the quality that was on offer there. The sausage, the bacon, very, very high quality produce and cooked well. That little bubble and squeak cake, what a treat that was. And the eggs cooked nicely. Just a great breakfast. That banana tea bread, that's £8. You can come in and just have that for breakfast if you like. £8. I think that's more than fair. Really well made, really well presented. And the attention to detail here is second to none. The service has been fabulous. If I'd sat inside in the room, I'd have said the room's very nice, but I'm out here on the terrace. But yeah, it's a beautiful venue. Now, I didn't even realise you could come in here and eat. I thought it was like a sort of private members club, and I've sort of seen online you could get in for breakfast. I was just chatting with one of the waiting staff there, and apparently you can come in for lunch and dinner too. And they've got some great food and some great deals going on. So I would say if you're in this part of town, I mean on Piccadilly, most people, if you're visiting London, you're likely to be on or near Piccadilly at some point. You could do far worse than come here to BAFTA. That whole breakfast with the tea, with a 10% service charge on top, was coming at just under £40, £39.60. I think that's great value. For this part of London, for that level of food, the level of service, I think it's exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. And I've got no problem whatsoever in scoring this 5 out of 5. In fact, I think it's a 5+. I really do. I think it is fabulous. Do you know what? There are plenty of people in this sort of creator space who are probably bigger than me, aren't they? You've got Gary, you've got Danny, you've got Harrison Webb, you've got Hannah Ricketts. I don't see them here at BAFTA. Greeno's beaten them to the BAFTAs. Will I ever be back here in an official capacity? Who knows, eh? You never know. When Greeno Eats gets picked up for television, I'll be sat here hobnobbing, seeing if I can beat Ant and Dec to the top awards. What do you reckon, folks? Can you see it happening? No, me neither. Me neither, but I've enjoyed my breakfast here, that's for sure. Definitely recommend you come and try it out. So where are you going to find me next? I don't know. I don't know. But again, it's going to have to go somewhere to beat this kind of place for the food and the service. I've loved it. I'll see you next time, folks. Bye for now.